What's up, guys? How you guys been? Just camping out here with family on the weekend. You guys are up early. You guys should be sleeping right now. What was that, 3, 4 in the morning? How are you? Said Chris. I'm doing good. Doing good, Criseldo. Doing good. Just work. Starting my business. So, yeah. I haven't been sharing none of that stuff, like my small business that I'm making on YouTube, but it's all on my Instagram page. So yeah. Riding dirt bikes. I haven't been riding for a while. I did ride last month, so I think you guys saw that video. I was riding by myself. So, so to give you a quick pretext of what been in that video. EC EC says hi. Hi. I think I'm saying it right. I can't see you. So, can you see me? No, but can you see me? Pretty sure you guys can. I am the best. uh, I don't think I'm the best. I can be better, but there's always somebody better than me. But yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, so that last dirt bike video, it went very well. The bike feels awesome. Uh, Putting in those new parts, and that was like the true test of of how the new clutch with the new clutch installed and the carburetor. So overall, no problems with the carburetor, no stalling. The clutch feels great. However, I'm still having the problem of um, while riding. Once in a while, my bike comes out of gear, so it goes back to neutral. Which I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's more internal engine. EC says, "How old are you? How old do you think I look? How old do you think I look?" But but yeah. So I think something's wrong internally in my transmission of my bike, but nothing catastrophic to where I can't ride it. 67. There's that meme still going around and around the world. 6 7. I'm in my 30s, just to let you know. So, but overall, the bike was well. When I got home that day, when I was about to take my bike out of my truck, there was a lot of oil and fuel dumping out of the bike into my truck. So I don't know what's wrong, but what I believe the issue is because I filled my engine oil more than what it needed. So I overfilled my engine. So I don't know if you guys know. I am 9. Oh, okay, good for you. So, well, happy birthday, EC. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to EC. Uh, Paulo Dante says, weird. You're speaking English, but you look like you're from a village from Peru. Doesn't it make sense? Um, I'm camping. I'm outside here. I'm out here camping. You know, look at that. Doesn't look like Peru to me. So yeah, see, look, you guys can't really see out there. So, but but yeah, I'm camping with family for the weekend. So, oh, you're. I mean, you look like not the nature. I look like I'm from Peru. Well, I'm not from Peru. I was born in Colorado, in the U.S., raised here in Hawaii my whole life. I was in the military. I went around the world. We went to Afghanistan. Everywhere. So, so yeah. But Peru, no, yeah. Thanks. I don't know if it's a compliment or what, but thank you. You know. But other than that, yeah. So back to the bike. The bike is fine. Um, what was that? See, I lost my train of thought, Mr. Paulo, or Paulo Dante. You made me lose my train of thought. Okay, so I don't know if anybody knows how oil works. When it gets hot, it expands. So let's say you have a cup of oil. It gets hot. It it expands. So your 8 ounce of oil turns out to be 10 ounces of oil after it warms up. Yes, I was in the army, Paulo. I was a construction engineer, equipment operator. So in the army. Currently now, I'm not in construction anymore. I'm actually a automotive mechanic for the government. Let's just say that. So so yeah, so that's how oil works. Cold oil, 8 ounces of the cold oil stays 8 ounces. But once you start warming it up and heating it up, your 8 ounces might turn into 10 ounces. So that's what happened in my dirt bike. I overfilled my engine with 700. I was supposed to put 750 milliliters of oil in my engine, but I think I put 800 milliliters, just because my engine cover is a little bit bigger, or it holds more oil, allows your bike to hold more oil. So there's so much oil in that bike, that it had to get out of some. It had to get out somewhere. So it just leaked out from the top of the engine. Paulo Dante, with Trump having a better life in the public work. No comment. So no comment. I'm not really political. I don't like getting into politics. It is what it is. You know, it doesn't change the fact that you know what's going on in the U.S. politics wise. I can't. It doesn't make sense. I don't care. Basically, is what I'm saying is I don't care. It is what it is. I just do what I'm told. Okay, and yeah, then that's where I stand. So yeah, Paulo said with Trump having a better life in the public work. So it doesn't matter to me. As long as my bills get paid, my family gets fed, you know, things that we like doing, like camping for one, you know, like for camping, that's all I care about. Taking care of my family financially and physically. Paulo Dante, have you ever heard about the church Lago Ini in from Brazil? It's in your state. Look for it. Having great moments in Orlando with them. Honestly, I don't know. That also I don't talk about. I don't talk religion or politics. You know, I respect everybody's political standpoint, and I respect everybody's religion that they believe in. You know, I have no problems with anything. You can talk to me about anything and everything, but you ain't getting my opinion, because it doesn't matter. All that matters is my family gets paid, gets fed, they have a roof over their head, they have what they want, and I'm happy. You know, That's all it is. Because once you start worrying about other people, or you start going down that path of saying what you believe to somebody, trying to tell them what you believe, it starts causing an argument. But I do understand what you're trying to say. You have great moments um, with that church. So I don't know none of that stuff. So if we do have a church that's originally from Brazil, cool. If we don't, cool. It doesn't affect me. So yeah. But they're at the beach. They're swimming. So, huh? They all went swimming. Uncle stay over here. Yeah. Did you bring your clothes? No. You're not going to swim? I'm pretty sure your mommy packed the clothes for you. Yeah, you probably have clothes in there then. Talking to my niece. So yeah, basically, this is what I'm doing. Just chilling. Well, there's my truck. Uh, let's just enjoy. Behind me is the windbreaker. It's very windy, if you guys kind of hear. So, oh, I didn't tell you guys, or I think I shared with you guys. I was on Ozempic, so I finally finished my last Ozempic shot. So I started that journey, I would say 4 months ago. And from 4 months ago, I was 334 pounds, I think. Before we came out to camp yesterday, I weighed myself and I was 286 pounds. So I lost almost 50 pounds. I lost 48 pounds in 4 months. And man, I feel really good. I still have my back disability, my back pain, but it's not as bad anymore. Like it's not as bad, but it still hurts. I still take medication. I go to my doctor and stuff like that with the VA. VA stands for the Veteran Affairs. If anybody don't know.
That's
So, yeah.
actually inside, like inside the waist.
And then what?
The J's are like, no.
Sorry. I'm eating a powdered donut because I want to, and I can feel my blood sugar low, and that's what Ozempic does. So Ozempic triggers your mind, triggers and it suppresses your GLP-1 receptors, which that is basically it regulates your blood sugar. So when you regulate your blood sugar, you gotta watch, because when your blood sugar drops too low, it's gonna be you're 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 walking in the danger zone from getting hurt or anything. So you're required to try to maintain your blood sugar by eating a donut. You know, while you're on Ozempic, don't don't avoid eating sugar. Don't avoid from eating. You gotta force yourself to eat something. Okay, like you want to focus more on fiber enriched foods. So like oatmeal. Oatmeal is good. Oatmeal is very good for your body. So what I do is I used to eat while I'm on it. Well, I still do, but I still do. So Ozempic. I mean, not Ozempic. I eat oatmeal at night, and to be honest, it's weird. Like when you eat oatmeal, you can eat oatmeal anytime you want, but it's best to be eaten at night. The reason why is because it's high in fiber, high in fiber, low in it's moderately amount of sugar in it, but not to the point. It's not artificial sugar that was instilled or added to. It's natural sugar. So your body, when you eat oatmeal at night, try one time. Try to eat a bowl of oatmeal before you go to bed. Maybe let's say like an hour before you go to bed. Um, Oatmeal promotes um, a fuller gut, so you feel full more with less. And then you then what oatmeal also does is it it promotes melatonin. So melatonin is your natural chemical in your body that makes you sleepy. So I've been doing that, and I take psychiatric medication, because I have post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, post traumatic stress from being in the army, going to war and stuff. So it does affect me at a certain point. So um, being being a part of this journey of losing weight and stuff, it's interesting. But that oatmeal, you'll be surprised. Like you'll knock out, you'll go to bed real a whole lot faster. Um, you're fuller, so if you most likely you won't wake up in the middle of the night. So I know some people, they wake up in the middle of the night because they're hungry or they got to use the bathroom. So yeah, try that. Try eat some oatmeal at night before you go to bed. Avoiding eating rice. Avoid eating rice at night. It's or like rice noodles or that kind of stuff. Like high carbohydrated food. That's gonna actually do the opposite. It's gonna make you feel full, but your body, your stomach, when you sleep, your stomach is gonna have to work more. So you're using more energy to digest your food that you ate before you sleep. And what that does to your body, it makes you not have much energy the next day when you wake up. So you feel tired. You still feel even more tired. So versus um, naturally enriched um, food that you eat, like fiber food, like oatmeal. What else? Oatmeal, lettuce. So like salad, you know, that kind of stuff. Naturally derived calories, basically. Not like rice is good, but too much rice when you go to bed is, like I said, is not good. I'm not saying to cut rice out of your diet. Just eat a little bit less. Eat a little bit less rice. Eat more protein. Um, eat a ton of vegetables and fruits throughout the day. If you can't, and you're not fortunate enough to afford um, all of that stuff, like vegetables, fruits, and stuff, because I know it's expensive. Not here in Hawaii, not just Hawaii is expensive. Like everywhere around the world is expensive. To um, if you do have a farm, start focusing more on growing uh, naturally enriched calorie food. High calorie food. It's gonna help you in the long run. You'll lose weight a lot faster. Rice, I'm Filipino. I love rice. But to be honest, I prefer mashed potatoes over rice any day. I love mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes is same thing like rice. It's high in calories. High in carbohydrates. Too much carbohydrates in your body will start turning into stored fat, and once your fat starts being stored in your body, it's harder to burn. It's harder to get rid of. So eat that in moderation. More protein, more fiber, more greens, more fruits, more natural sugar stuff. Um, Natural sugar, high fiber foods and stuff, fibrous foods. Banana. Oh, you gotta eat at least a banana a day. Um, Maintain your calcium, or not calcium, your potassium. Your potassium levels is what you need too. You know, so too much potassium can kill you. Not enough potassium can affect your health by you're constantly getting sick. You know, so it's a natural balance that you gotta think about. But all in all, you only know what your body needs. Listen to your body what it needs. If your body says it's thirsty, drink something. Drink water. Drink soda or juice or alcohol in moderation. Not saying to don't drink none of that stuff. Go ahead, drink it. Liquid is liquid, but your main diet should be mostly water. You know, you know, Water is very hard to find around the world. A lot of places around the world don't have a water source or a potable drinking water. They have to do whatever they got to do to filter it, naturally or chemically. But but yeah. So that's my journey. That's how I think about things now. Like I think about how can I how can I be here for my family and for my kids in the long run, future wise. I'm uh I'm not saying I'm health conscious. I still eat what I want to eat, but in moderation. Like if you're one of those guys, one of those people that they can sit down on their couch or on the floor with their like a 1 liter of ice cream. They can eat that whole 1 liter of ice cream once in one sitting. You know, maybe you should start thinking that maybe I should just eat one scoop of ice cream instead of eat the whole thing one time. Think about your kids, think about your family. How would they feel if you're gone? And the reason why you're gone is because you're not taking care of your body. Take care of your temple is basically what I'm saying. Take care of your temple because your family needs you. They need you more alive than dead. You cannot help them when they're dead. When you're dead, when you're not here physically. But yeah, I'm just relaxing, cruising, watching our stuff. I have some family members. I have family members. They're here. They're over there. Yeah. This is all of us. This tent is mine. This is my tent. That's the toilet room. And this is our kitchen. So that red one is mine. You see, I got a generator there. We got the stove there. There's our sink. Our sink right there with the water hose going through the whole entire camp, all the way to the water source over there. And yeah, these are the windbreak. This is just mesh breakers. So let me take you guys out on a journey. Let's go out. So yeah. So see, I have electricity. I'm the electricity man, so that I'm too tall. So this is what it looks like. That's the public bathroom over there. The beach is over here. I don't know if you can see that beach. You guys want to go check out the water? The beach. I should have brought my GoPro. I can't use the GoPro camera as a live camera. Instead of using my phone. It's okay. This is fine. It's not the end of the world. I think everybody's over there. So we got guys fishing. There's my family cruising. 3 fishing poles. Oh no, there's my family. They're all over there. Those are the campers. Here's the safety, strong current, box jellyfish, Portuguese man of war. Hey, good morning, D. Welcome to the party. Yeah, so this is the east side of the island. It's very windy here because there was a low pressure storm system a few hundred miles north of this of our island chain. So this is all the remnants, the leftovers of that storm. So yeah. Is the wind like too loud? D says aloha. Aloha no. Oh, Hawaii. I feel like going swimming, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna get a ear infection again. I just got rid of an ear infection. That was 2 months of dealing with that. Home Improvement Life with Drew says hello. Aloha, my brother. Good morning. It's 11:30 in Hawaii. Welcome to the party. Is it okay? Beautiful place. Oh yes, it is. This is the east side of the island on the island of Oahu. We're in a town called Waimanalo. Very windy. Yeah, I figured. You guys want me to go back to my little cubby hole with barely any wind? Here. This is where I'm at. Next to the tree. Our camp area is over there. Right there. Behind this tree. Somewhere. Over there. Yeah, it's over there. I'm on the rock. Yeah, it's very windy over here. That's the only thing. This is all Kona winds. All Kona winds coming this way. The other campground that we used to go to, it's not as windy, but it stinks. There's a lot of homeless people and not so nice people there. They do illegal stuff there. So it's not safe for the kids. So this is more safer for the kids because, you know, the military, there's police over here, they patrol every so often, and the actual people that take care of and clean the bathrooms, you know, they actually clean it. They clean it, they restock the toilet paper and stuff like that. So that's the reason why we like this place. So let's go over here. You know what? Let's go see my family. I'm walking. It's gonna be more windy. Here's all my family, all the kids. See? So there's a story. There's a story that Bob Marley is here on the island. If you look at this mountain right here, at that very tip, that tip right there, there's a lighthouse. That whole, if you look at that mountain, it looks like a face. And what is said is that's Bob Marley looking up into the sky, smoking his marijuana. What do you guys think? That's Bird Island over there. I think that's Bird Island. I forget. It's been a long time. That's the military base on this side. Well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go change. And I changed my mind. I'm gonna go swimming. So, thank you for tuning in. I'll see if I can do a live later on tonight. Show you how our setup is. All right, you guys have a good day. Okay? Aloha, guys.